Hello.
Hello, everyone. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for joining.
No, thanks for having me. I'm actually getting an IV at the moment to try and rehydrate
Oh yeah.
from the
Post
marathon the other day, so it's
marathon.
all going well. But thank you everyone for joining as well.
Yeah, how's the recovery going? How was the marathon?
It's going okay. My knee is in a really bad way, but other than that, it's everything else is cool. I've never experienced anything like it. Like the amount of people who came out was it. The only time I've ever seen anything like that was a Potter premiere. It was
Yeah.
out of
I
this
know I've
world.
only ever seen videos. I live in Chicago, so I saw the Chicago Marathon and the energy is just amazing as a spectator. I can't even imagine running it. As right before this, I asked some of the fans, like, if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them. And a lot of them were asking about the marathon. Did you hear any fans like screaming out your name as you were running, or were
There
or
was
were you super locked in?
No,
Like,
no, I wasn't locked in at all because my knee wasn't letting me not lock in. But there was
yeah,
so many people on the side who were cheering and shouting. There was one or two groups as well who had like a banner up. So I went and literally jumped on top and gave them a big hug, and it was awesome. Like there was all sorts of really cool interactions with people who just made the whole thing just so awesome.
that's amazing. Would you say, was there a mile that stuck out as the hardest?
Probably 22 because it was all uphill. But yeah, it was just insane on the whole because there was that many people who were um, just out there being cool, you know. And then subsequently since that, the messages I've had from people as well,
Yeah.
who've really, really helped out and just made it just cool. Um, yeah, just saying that they saw me or they wanted it next year because of seeing it, or they're going through some stuff and it was a good way for them to think about something else was, yeah, it's all worth it.
That's amazing. And yeah, on the topic of so many amazing fan moments, we got so many fun fan questions. Do you have a most memorable fan interaction of all time?
Um, of all time,
Mhm.
there was a couple like there was one. I don't know. I mean, there were just quite a few cool ones. Like when I was out in Chile, there was someone once on the side of the mountainside who was coming back the other way, and they said they were there on a vacation because they were away from like just a really traumatic thing what happened at home, and they just told me all about like their trip that day and how watching Poss was like an escape zone for them. So it's like a full circle thing. So sometimes in the most random place in the world, you come across it, and it's awesome.
That's amazing. Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
sure obviously so many fans out there requesting cameos from you. Do fans ever come up to you in person and say like, "I got a cameo from
Oh
you"?
yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's great as well. Sometimes being able to put a face to it, or you hear, um, what they were celebrating a birthday, or they were celebrating a wedding, or maybe they just needed to pick me up. And their friend reached out or their family member reached out and got one booked. Yeah, it's all really, really good fun. Like I've been involved in some really cool things over the years, be it
Mhm.
from a birthday message to a proposal to telling someone that they put into a university or anything like that. Like it's been really, really fun. And you just kind of see that side of things. Um, yeah, and you realize what an impactful thing and what a cool thing it is to be able to do.
Yeah, I see some of my favorite cameos from you guys to watch are when people ask about behind the scenes moments or favorite memory from filming Harry Potter. Do you have a favorite behind the scenes moment you love to tell in cameos?
Yeah, there's a few like little facts I throw in every now and
Mhm.
then from be it like the first film or throughout the whole lot, you know. There's a lot of cool ones that I was able to put into it and just say, this is how this happened, this is how that happened. I'm not going to give it away just on here, just in case people find
Yeah.
out. But yeah, there's a few I'll drop in and tell people about.
Something that I'm curious about is obviously when you filmed the first movie, not all of the books were out yet.
Yeah.
So, do you remember when you found out in the last book that your brother Fred was going to die? Do you remember your reaction to that, or how were
Yeah,
you
well,
reading the books, or did
I was,
production
yeah.
tell you?
No, I was out in Japan at the time reading it on
Mhm.
we were on the bullet train, my brother and I, traveling around Japan. And I remember reading the first bit of what happened to George, and I was like, oh gosh, loses an ear. And then read later on, I thought, it could be worse, you know? So it was quite a funny thing, but finding it out at the same time as everyone
Mhm.
else, that was a really cool thing about it.
Um, yeah, and so as you can see, I have like this big bookshelf behind me. Me and my roommate are big Harry Potter fans, and we had this like filming locations book, and I was scrolling through it, and I was reading the page about the Weasleys' Wizard Wheezes, and there's a really funny quote in here about the debate of whose face is on the is on the
Yeah,
store,
James swears it's
and
him.
yeah, it says debate still occurs as to which brother is the model. Actor James Phelps claims it's him because I'm the better looking one, but Oliver maintains it's him because his is the funnier face. Does that still live up?
Oh yeah, it's to this day we can't agree on that.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
Um, so I'll turn to some. I'm seeing so many fans in the comments
yeah,
asking
it's
amazing
amazing.
questions. Yeah, we got a lot beforehand, but one about Harry Potter, of course. Do you have a favorite movie, Harry Potter movie, and is that different than the book? Your favorite book?
Probably, I think the way I look back on it is like what we were doing when we were making it. It's probably the fourth one was because there was such a huge social scene on that one as well. Like we would all go out afterwards. Well, many of us because we were slightly older at the time. So we'd be going out for meals and concerts and festivals, and even like a few of us went to New York together afterwards. Funny enough, we're here now. But coming out there for one of them, and had like a 3 4 day trip out here, and it was just so cool to be able to get that. And even to this day, a lot of us still say that was the fun. That was one of the fun ones to do. I mean, they're all in their own unique way, very very fun. But I think that just stands out as one where we were just all there was such a big camaraderie between all the new guys who came involved as well.
Yeah, I think that might have to be my favorite movie. I feel like it's when things really take a turn for the audience too, and it
Yeah.
starts to get darker and a lot more plot is getting added. It's super interesting. And is your favorite book different than your favorite movie?
Yeah, probably. I think favorite book, probably the third one for the book. Like
Mm.
Azkaban was just yeah, because obviously that's when it all started to get a little bit darker. But yeah, it was all. But then again, saying that though, it's one of these that each one's got their own quality, and each one has got something which adds more and more to it. So that was the cool thing about going back there, and then also doing the baking show this past year, which came out yesterday, and oh sorry, yeah, came out on Sunday actually. It's now on Max at the moment, so that's been really awesome to be able to go back and revisit some of the sets when we're filming them
Yeah, for
and
those who
reminds
don't
you.
know, do you want to talk a little bit about the baking show? A quick
Yeah,
summary or
yeah, sure. So it's basically it's called Harry Potter Wizards of Baking, and it is on HBO Max right now. It premieres on in the US on Food Network on Sundays at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and then the next day goes straight on to HBO Max. And it is yeah, you've got like, the best bakers and sous chefs working in pairs, and they're competing to be the Wizards of Baking champion. And each week the bakes are inspired by a set from one of the movies. So it's really cool to be able to go back and film on that. But it's gone down really well as I say, the second season, and just seeing what all these guys do is fantastic.
do you have a most memorable baking dish, I guess you would call it, that's from the show from season one?
Season one, I remember one of the guys, Ricardo, made it was shaped like a spider, but it was actually like an absolutely amazing, almost like bonbon, chocolate bonbon. And then on this latest one, the one guy, Alex, in the first episode made an absolutely incredible dessert, which I polished off very quickly. And we were actually able to get them to make us do it this year where we were able to sample them every week. So that's going to be on social media, all those ones as well.
Yeah, I was just watching a clip of someone who made Tom Riddle's diary, and then you could stab it, and blood came out. People are so creative. I
Yeah,
know.
it's what I think you just realize the different of the um, just people's skill set, and you see the talent that people have, and it's like next level. And these guys do so well with that. So it's great to be able to champion them in this as well.
And so back on the movies, obviously playing a Weasley twin is so iconic and so amazing. The Weasley twins are so beloved. But if you weren't a Weasley twin, what other character in Harry Potter would you have liked to play, or you think would be fun to play?
I don't think I would have done, to be honest with you. It was always one that it was always just like related to them. Um, yeah, I don't think I ever would. It was always that was always the one we wanted to stick with.
Yeah, it's meant to be.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And what character from Harry Potter do you think would make the best cameos?
probably Fred and George. I think. they'd be wild anyway. Yeah,
Mhm.
they'd definitely be out there being wild. So it's one of those where I think they'd all come into it, but that's where people actually look into it, and I think that's where um, they can get that real life experience, which is so great with the app.
Yeah, I agree. And another one of the most popular fan questions that I saw popping up was, what are your thoughts on the new Harry Potter remake, if you're able to talk about it?
I don't have I
Mm,
don't know anything about it, to be honest with you,
yeah.
other than that's what they're doing, and I just hope the guys who are doing it have as much fun as we did. But other than that, I'm just going to be like everyone else at home, seeing what they do.
Yeah, I saw like some snippets of them filming, and of course it's an opportunity to put in scenes from the books that weren't in the original movies, and now they're putting in some new scenes in this show. Does anything come to mind from reading the books? Is there any scenes from the books that you wish were in the movies or would have loved to act out in the movies that you didn't get a chance to?
I think there was obviously, there was a lot in the fourth one with the characters that they could have done
Mhm.
there, like the swamp scene and stuff like that would have been cool to do. So maybe if they got to do that, um, that'd be cool to see later at a later date. You know,
Mhm. Yeah, we'll have to wait and
have to
see for
see
the
when it
TV
gets there. Yeah.
show. Yeah, what they choose to do. I'm excited. I think it'll be cool. Um, Cool. And some more fan questions that I've been seeing pop up with the in spirit of the marathon and getting motivated to. Do you have any phrases or quotes? Doesn't have to be Harry Potter necessarily that you like to live by or something that motivates you.
Yeah, so my one that I've developed over time, and it's now my call it our family saying. It's what my daughter and me go by is "be your best," not the best, your best. And then my daughter adds, "and forget the rest," because it's a case of as long as you can go to bed and look yourself in the mirror each night and say, "Right, have I done all I can?" Because you can't. The only thing you're really in control of is yourself. And if you can do that, then that's how you do. And that literally got me through the other day because, say, my knee packed in very early in the race, and I thought, right, be my best. What's my best? Get it done. And that's kind of what I live by.
That is motivating. I love that one.
Yeah.
um, Another fun fan question I just saw pop up was if you took any props from the movies. Do you have any props at your house?
No, no, we had to give all those back. Like, I always wanted to get the wand, but they took all that. But I mean, I did grab one or two things from the joke shop, like a couple of the sweets, so a couple of the shopping bags, and they're actually on the wall, so they're at home. But they're quite subtle, but they were the easiest ones to take off set quickly.
Mm. Just an excuse to go back to Harry Potter world, maybe get some more
Yeah,
things.
exactly. Yeah, there's something easily there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one question we love to ask all of our cameo talent is if you could get a cameo from anyone in the world, who would you pick and why?
It would be this guy right here. Martin,
Martin.
who's one of the founders of the whole thing, because it was his brainchild as to what it all came from.
Mhm.
So yeah, he'd be a good one, I think.
Yeah, was Martin the first one to get you set up on Cameo?
He
What?
was, yeah, he was. And when he first tried to describe it to me, I was like, well, he's going to want a video from me, you know,
Yeah.
like. But
Now look at us.
yeah, exactly. It's been incredible because people have actually reached out, and I learn more about other people, and you suddenly have an insight into that, and it's been fantastic. And even like a friend of my wife's, she was getting married, and she'd had a really rough time of it. But she was a big fan of a show in the UK, and I said to her, "Why don't you look at a cameo from him?" And booked it, and it just added, like, to her bridesmaids presented it to her on her wedding day, and apparently she was in floods of tears at it with the joy, and just you when you see that side of it, you see what it means to people, which is fantastic to hear.
Mm. Well, on that note, everyone, don't forget to get a cameo from Oliver, especially with the holidays just around the corner. I feel like Harry Potter movies have definitely turned into a Christmas tradition. It's like for me and my family, and a lot of my friends and family watched around the holidays, so I feel like it's super fitting
Yeah,
to
they
get a
definitely seem
cameo.
to be, don't they? Yeah, they definitely seem to be. But it's a fun time. It's a really fun time.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Do you have any last parting words?
Just yeah, thanks so much everyone for joining in. I've just seen there's been quite a few people watching, and all the questions what are coming in here I've seen literally from all over the world, which is really awesome. So I just hope everyone has an amazing rest of the day, whatever they're getting up to. Thanks once again for all the love and support, and yeah, hopefully see you soon.
Thank you so much. Good luck with your recovery.
Yeah, thanks. I'm going to need it. I've got it. They give me actually. They give me a nice little plaster though, so that's all good.
Oh, all better.
All right. Yeah. See you later, guys. Bye.
Bye.